Welcome back. Today I'm doing a review on the Firebox 5-inch stove. This is a stainless steel version. As you can see, this stove is a bit of an unusual shape, so it allows you to do that. When researching a lot of hiking, camping stoves, a lot of the indicators are always pointing to this 5-inch Firebox stove. There's other versions as well, but this one sort of sparked my interest given its size. Okay, this is a 5-inch version. I got the whole kit. Comes with a bag, the 4 fire sticks. It's got the boil plate. It's got the extra large grill plate. It's got the standard grill plate, that one. I think I'll be ditching the standard grill and just using the extra large grill all the time. And then you've got your adjustable fire grate, which you can alter the fire height if need be. You also get this calico bag with it as well. I think this comes standard with you just buy the basic kit. And you do get instructions, which I've dropped in the water already. So they're drying out in the sun, shouldn't take long. It's got the little adjustable damper / ash collector at the bottom. I'll get this thing fired up. I'll cheat, use some fire starter here. Got some damp hardwood. Just cut some of this up. Throw in the stove. I'm getting hungry and I want to cook some steak on the grill, possibly a couple of eggs in the fry pan, and I've got some capsicum. So I'm just going to build this fire up a bit, get some coals going so we can do some grilling. I might cook a couple of eggs to start with and then we'll use the grill with the remaining coals. Just stoke that up, it might smoke a little bit. That's a good thing with the sticks. Just put those in like so. You can put 2 there. If you had a little smaller pot, which we'll do, we'll boil some water later, you can see that. If I want to move the firebox, move it like so, safely. Yeah, so they're really handy. It's good to have more than 2. A couple of eggs. They managed to not break after this hike. So I'll just let that warm up and then we'll get the eggs on. The fry pan's a little bit dirty, and last time we'll get that heat in there and that'll help sterilize it a little bit. You can see the fire come out through here, the flames are shooting out here. So if you want to throttle it off a bit, you can lift that up, put that in. It'll probably choke it up a little bit. So you can see those flames coming out the side. It's got a little bit of oil here. I've got a porterhouse steak I'm going to cook on the griller after this, once that fire dies down a little bit. Just 1 egg, number 2. So this is like an entree, pinch of salt and pepper. Probably a little bit overcooked. I do find it hard trying to film and cook at the same time. I don't normally burn everything, but it just seems to be when I'm filming something, I always burn it. Just trying to do 2 things, I really struggle. I'll just open that. See the flames coming in and out there? Look, choke it off, open that up. I'm going to take that off now. And we should be starting to get us enough coals to put the grill on soon. Put this grill plate on. Also, you notice when you any of these accessories, there's a little T marked here. Because the stove's not perfectly square, you can see that's tapered. You can just sort of hover it over to work out which way it's going to go. The T on this goes the same end as the fire damper. When you put it over there, you can see it goes in there. Just pull out, a bit of flex on there, I don't know if you can see that. There's a fair bit of tension on there, you can just put it to exactly where you want it. Put the other side in first, like so. There's a half moon, just push that down like so. I'll just open that damper up a little bit. I probably don't need to actually, I can probably just leave it shut for now, leave that shut. So this grill plate's heated up. I've got some, while that's heating up, I've got a nice porterhouse steak here. Got some capsicum, which I want to have with the steaks. So I'm going to stick that on there, let that grill for a little bit. That'll shrivel up in no time. Stick that on there. Let that steak reach room temperature. Okay, I need to feed some more wood in there, so I just drop that damper down and poke that in there like so. Throw a bit more in there. You can smell that capsicum. It does have the little feed ports underneath here. You can poke in there like so. You can put your sticks in there. If your fire's struggling a bit, you can face the feed ports into the wind to get a bit more air going in there. You poke a stick in here. Like so. You can get a little creative here. Just rest it on there. Bit of a warmer. Not sure how you go if you put a piece of bread on there, whether you could toast or not with it. But I don't know if that'll stay there. What else you could do here? Whether you could do that. Put the sticks in there like so. Stack these on. They can just keep warm there. In the meantime, that'll keep those warm. I'm not sure if it's a waste of time or not, but I'm just going to let that die down a little bit more and then we'll put the steak on. I might put the steak on, and by the time it cooks a little bit, that flame should die down. It's just plain old salt and pepper. I'll put this on here now. Rubbish, put it in the rubbish bag. Alright, this cooked enough for me. I don't want to burn it. Just top it with, I usually put these little fluorescent strings on the end of these. So that's titanium knives and forks, just so I don't lose them. Let's get rid of that fat. I'm not real keen on the fat. But normally with steak, I usually burn it. So I really struggle sometimes to actually pull it off the coals. Otherwise, in the past I've always had them burnt, but that's good there. When it comes to removing your grill, you just use your fire sticks. There's a little half moon there. You can just lever that in there. Or you could just do that. Whatever you want to do. There's no hard and fast rules. There's the ashtray. This is a standard grill plate. Once again, the T right there goes to the damper end, which is, say, T for trapdoor. Put a little bit of pressure there. There's your half moon. Just stick it in like so, and you're away. The boil plate, there's a T right there. T for trapdoor, for the damper end. Put those two slots in there, find the half moon, and just gently ease that down, like so. It's good practice to just stick the fire sticks in the ground, like a tent peg if you can, because when they're laying on the ground and you walk on them a couple of times, it's quite easy to lose them. I bit the bullet and built a Trangia burner. Okay, got the Trangia burner in here, plain old methylated spirits. I don't know about the height of it. I've got 3 cups of water, and I'm going to use a boil plate. I've got my little magnet on top of the Trangia burner so I can put the flame out easy enough, just a tiny neo magnet. Well, that's alright. Time to put this boil plate on. Once again, the T towards the here, this side, trapdoor. It's not too hot yet, so I can use all fingers. And I'm going to put a couple of these skewers through here. I don't have a proper stainless cup like a single wall kettle. I'll just use a trusty one of that, and we'll just set the timer up. This is just a rough time. It's quite hot here. There's a T for trapdoor. This baffle here. There's a bit of a breeze here at the moment, so I'm just going to shut this up a little bit. Try and keep some of that heat in there. I don't know if that's going to show. 7 minutes 17. That's nearly at a boil. Getting close. Okay, we're at the 9-minute mark. And I'd say that's 9 minutes 27. 9.5 minutes. So it took me about 10 or 15 seconds to put the phone on, the timer on, so close to 10 minutes, and you're boiling 3 cups of water. And you've got an ambient temperature of about 30 degrees Celsius, which I'll put in Fahrenheit. There she goes. I'll just remove this, like so. Yeah, I just got this little Neo magnet, and I'm just going to use this stick on there so I can extinguish the flame. Yeah, so I'm just setting a wood fire up. I don't want to spin the stove around. Got this nice little wood fire going at the moment. Let's put my little fire sticks there. The boil plate on. I'm getting pretty good at this. Down so. Let's kick it around a bit. Put the pot on. Start the timer. Put the lid on. See, there's a decent flame coming out now, so I might just dampen that off a little bit. Try and keep that heat in. We're already at the 1 minute mark. Might just drop that down a little bit. There's a bit of, so it doesn't choke. Throw some macadamia nuts in. It's definitely getting away now. It's quite breezy today. It's nearly boiled. It's about 8 minutes. So I'd say it's a boil at about 8 minutes. It's quite hefty, but it's very well built. This is more like, it'll turn into an heirloom, I think. Just the way it's built, it's so solid, I think it'll last a long time.